Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. This morning, I woke up and I, along with everyone else, found out that Elon Musk was brought out on stage at Dave Chappelle's show and he was literally booed off of stage last night. So, while Elon Musk was born in apartheid South Africa to a family that owned emerald mines, he's always been extremely wealthy and privileged. What he found out was that you can't buy your way into popularity if you're not a good person, right? So he found out in real time by the stadium crowd that even though Elon Musk is a billionaire and he owns Tesla and now Twitter, he does not have the legions of adoring fans that he might think that he has, especially after firing so many of the Twitter staff, right? So Elon Musk is always preaching about free speech, yet this video where you can hear audibly him being booed by like thousands of people, of fans of the show. A lot of the video footage has been deleted from Twitter because Elon Musk is the owner. And although he is always preaching about free speech, and he says he's a huge component or proponent of it, he does not like anyone saying anything negative about him. So he's very thin skinned. It reminds me a lot of the temperament of Donald Trump and other narcissists that have a very delusional valuation of themselves and what they bring to the world and other people around them. So the crowd last night erupted into what appears to be at first a mixture of cheers and boos. So Dave Chappelle introduces Elon Musk as the richest man in the world, which he is, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he is beloved by millions of people. And so at first it was like a mixture of cheering and boos, but then the boos got louder as Elon Musk started wandering around stage and he had a microphone in his hand. He was pacing back and forth and waving, clearly just unsure to do about, the negative reaction that he was receiving from so many people. It definitely caught him off guard because, like I just said, I believe that he has a higher estimation of his popularity and likability in the eyes of others than what the truth is. And so last night he found out the truth that coming and buying a social media site and constantly talking about free speech does not necessarily mean that makes him beloved. Like, you have to earn people's respect. You can't buy it. So Dave Chappelle responds. He says, cheers and boos, I see, Elon. And Elon Musk responds to Dave. He's like, hey, Dave, it sounds like, and then Dave Chappelle says, it sounds like some of the people you fired are in the audience trying to make light of the situation. And Dave Chappelle goes on to say, all these people who are booing, I'm just pointing out the obvious. You have terrible seats. He's trying to save Elon Musk's dignity, which I guess I can appreciate since it's his show, and that reflects poorly on Dave Chappelle as well. But then he ends up calling the people poor, right? Saying that they have cheap seats, and because they're booing him, which is not true. Because I feel like, when the Trumps went out to that baseball game, I can remember a few years back, Donald Trump was booed. When Queen Elizabeth died, the Irish were chanting that, Lizzie's in a box, and like she was booed. So just because you have a lot of money, that doesn't necessarily equate to high status or high esteem is a better word for that, right? Like, you can be in an elevated status, and you can be born into wealth, as Trump and Elon Musk and all these people are. However, they all tend to carry these very narcissistic traits where they don't treat people with respect. They view people in a very cruel lens. And Elon Musk found out exactly how people felt about him last night, which was enlightening, to say the least. So he's been on Twitter just, pretty much going off. One of his tweets, he writes, calling all bots, please attack me. He's saying that truth resonates. He's going after Dr. Fauci, who Dr. Anthony Fauci has been working, has been a leader in studying viruses with the CDC, and for about 50 years. So even back when, the AIDS epidemic was big in the 80s, he's been working in the governmental sector and in medicine, studying and trying to keep people safe for an amazingly long career, 50 years. That's half a century. And so for Elon Musk to come over here and attack a man who's been practicing medicine longer than he's been alive, I think, or around that same time frame, is despicable. But again, 6 hours ago, Elon Musk wrote, the woke mind virus is either defeated or nothing else matters. So again, woke, that is another dog whistle from the alt-right about anything that challenges the status quo, in my opinion. I think Ron DeSantis, who's the governor of Florida, he had to define it, which basically they gave the definition of it being anything that was having to do with systematic racism in America. And again, not to go into that long diatribe, but Elon Musk, even though he has American citizenship now, I believe, he was born and raised in South African apartheid, so he knows about racism. And so does DeSantis. But yeah, woke is originally, it was AAVE, or it still is AAVE, African American Vernacular English, and anything that has to do with equality, they're going to attack. So that's neither here nor there. But 4 hours ago, Elon Musk tweets, the branch COVIDians are upset, and he's just going on and on and on. Again, I just think that it's delicious that he found out in real time Dave Chappelle is, very controversial in his own right. I think that he has his own issues to deal with. I know that he elevates, people who are successful and rich. And Dave Chappelle, unlike Elon Musk, was not born into wealth. He was born into a middle-class family. And I can tell he struggles with that. He lives in Ohio. And that's why he left Comedy Central and spent some time in Africa. The irony, right? Dave goes to Africa and South African-born Elon Musk comes to America. But anywho. But yeah, he left $50 million on the table on Comedy Central because people laughed at him. And now, the irony, once again, people are booing and laughing at Elon Musk, who was forced to buy Twitter and now wants to take the character rate or the count from 280 maximum to 4,000, which is like a term paper. I mean, that's ridiculous. But again, we will see him continuously, I feel, implode. I really feel my heart goes out to all the people who are still employed by Twitter, because the working conditions are deplorable. They're having to sleep at the office, and a lot of the people there are on a visa sponsorship, the H-1B visa, I believe it is, where if they quit their job, then they have to be forced to leave the country. So they're essentially hostages. The whole situation is just, it's really ugly. And so I'm really glad that he got a chance to hear the voice of the people, not just in the digital space, but in real time. So kudos to everybody who came out and let their voices be heard, to Elon Musk, who got a taste of what it really means to have free speech in America. So drop down in the comments, you guys. Let me know what you think, and I will talk with you lovely people later. Take care. Bye.